Oh,
Let's get it.
we here. We here. We good. We
We're
live.
back after a week.
Oh, hold on. Let me make sure the YouTube right. I got my YouTube right over here. You good over there?
Uh-oh. I don't know. I don't know where it's at.
Oh, they changed it up.
Uh-oh. Where are we at?
Hey, they said new. They said new look. Introduce the new tools menu. You
Oh,
click it.
here it is.
It's one of your customs.
No, that one's
Tuning
yours.
in. You're tuning in while we get everything straight up and get everything live. You're now tuning in to Talking Music with Dom and Lee. Talking Music with Dom and Lee, and we making sure everything is right, as fresh as it can be. We streaming right now live on YouTube, Riz Radio, Riz Radio, Riz Radio. Make sure you download the app, Riz Radio. Bumping
Riz
that
Radio.
new Jim Jones, man. If you ain't heard that new Jim Jones, he's spitting. Ain't YG. He's spitting.
YG.
Yeah. How you feeling, Dom? No, you good over there? Everything is set on your end?
Feeling fantastic.
Okay. So all your live streams working?
Yeah. That one that wasn't working, I think it's like your Instagram or something.
A word. Okay, that's it. That's
Yeah.
all right. Okay. Well, shoot, we good then, cause I ain't really hooking nothing up. As long as my YouTube is good, we good in this thing. Yeah. Shout out to the Playback TV. Working that out right there, and then most importantly, Riz Radio. Make sure you download the app, Riz Radio. Shout out to Asia Cobbs, the founder of the movement behind the platform where it's hosting us as two artists, giving you our own perspectives, our own delivery of what we think. Two artists of our own kind with our own damn mind.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, you got you in the process of the new setup over there.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
You know, it's going slowly but surely.
This is Talking Music with Dom and Lee. So let me ask you this:
Okay.
you moving, you driving down the road. What's your playlist? What you listening to?
Actually, I won't give you the artist answer.
You probably like my shit.
Yeah, literally my unreleased, my demos.
My shit. Yeah. I mean, okay, where you for real?
I mean, yeah, there are some that I'm listening to.
Yeah.
Currently, just because I recorded one of them, but I didn't like the take I had for my first verse, but I wanted to sleep on it and like forget about it and then come back to it with the fresh ears, and I didn't like it. So I was like, all right, cool. I like the verse, I just didn't like the take. But outside of my own music, I've been listening to Damn again.
Really?
Running back Damn. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. And I gotta do this for all the people out there that's driving right now, driving down the roads for you. Hey, just don't panic. See, I kept it nice and safe. That was kind of weak. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, leave it.
That was it.
Just leave it. Don't.
All right, if I leave it like that, then I gotta do your favorite one.
That's the worst one. It's the worst one, and I don't know why it angers me, but it's fine.
It's because when you have a hot take that you need to give off, I got you.
That's terrible.
That lets them know a hot take is coming.
Man, what you been listening to lately? You been listening to anything good? Anything worth mentioning?
Man, well, like I started off with listening to that new Jim Jones, taking a dive into that. It's been little bits and pieces of that. I haven't really listened to the whole thing yet, but other than that, really it's just been vibes, like a bunch of just instrumentals and that type of vibe. Ain't really much more than that. Like if I'm chilling with some people, then I've been listening to Chris Brown.
Yeah. I know. What do you put on when you're around people? That's a real question. There's no way the music you listen to by yourself is the same when you're around people.
It depends who the people are. It depends. Now, if you with this is the thing. If you with a vibe, it depends. It always depends. Yeah. I love what you stumbled into. This right here is a great topic to cover. Of what are you listening to? What are you listening to when you're around people? Because sometimes, to be real with you, we're all trying to find that middle ground of like, okay, I think this person like this, so I don't want to go too
Yeah,
crazy over here. I don't want to be too eccentric. Then some people just don't give a fuck. Hey, whatever's playing is about to be playing. Sometimes I'm like that
facts.
too. It just
Yeah.
depends it depends what kind of mood I'm in, because
Mm.
sometimes, mama, you gonna come in here and you gonna hear Gucci playing. That's just the mood I'm in. I don't feel like changing right now. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not about to code switch just because you came in here and we talking about bricks and birds right now. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. For real though.
Now, if you again etiquette, it's about etiquette. If you trying to set the vibe, you with a nice vibe, y'all chilling, whether you in the whip or whether you at the crib, you gotta understand the play. You may want to
Yeah.
listen to some hard shit right now. I get it. You may want to listen to some bar. It may have been somebody just dropped that you like. I want to listen to this shit, but you gotta respect the
Yeah.
vibe. You got to. I'm sorry. Like if you
But
you can't just
but
talk to me,
sometimes
dog.
you gotta put them on to the good stuff.
That's true.
You
That's
gotta
true.
you gotta sometimes you gotta break out the 50-year-old scotch. You know what I mean?
That is true. That is true. That is if they are that type of sipper. If they don't like, if they aren't that type of sipper, and you have a goal in reach. If you have a goal
Yeah.
in reach,
Yeah.
and you know that this may alter the
Mm.
vibe,
Hey,
sometimes you gotta be versatile.
hey man, just depends on your mood, I guess.
It does. It
Because
does.
actually, I did listen to the Black Soprano album too.
Okay, talk to me.
I mean, it was good. It
Yeah.
was good. I gave it a once over, you know, and I went back to the songs that were Conway and Benny the Butcher heavy.
Mm.
You know.
So you went to those. So you just went to those two. You went to like you just were going back to those.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, for some reason this is just popping up.
Oh, nah, you good. What was that?
An app I didn't even have open.
Oh, it be like that sometimes. It be like that sometimes. Hey,
I had
nah,
the
but
trial
what?
version, and it was saying time is up.
Damn.
I
Hey,
know.
hold on. One time for Dom. When that trial run is over, and it just pops up and reminds you that
Uh-huh.
this shit is done. Your trial is now done. You could pay
Hey
up,
man,
or you
I
just
don't.
lost all your privileges.
I might pay up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I might.
Yeah,
I might
yeah.
because
I
it,
want to get
it was
into.
working earlier. So hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Nah, but real quick though, you were talking about the Black
yeah.
Soprano album.
Hmm. Let me pull it back up real quick. I mean,
All right.
I gravitate towards Conway the Machine's flow and Benny the Butcher's flow. Um,
Uh-huh.
they can honestly talk about whatever at certain points,
For
and I'm
sure.
still like, yep.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
it's like I've never cooked a brick in the air fryer, but uh, I
Y'all
relate.
made it. Y'all made this shit sound good. Hey, now you talking about? Wait, which one you talking about? Come out.
It just came out. I'm gonna pull it up for you.
Okay, because I'm about to say like, wait, the new
It
one just
just
like
came
just
out.
came out the other day.
The outcome,
Oh, okay, okay, okay. It's not called
March
the Black.
7th.
Okay, okay. The outcome. Okay, okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even know that dropped. Okay, bet.
Some of it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I am biased because I
About
do appreciate West Side Gun,
four
Conway the
or 16
Machine, and Benny
tracks.
the
Okay.
Butcher. But
Yeah,
oh,
that's nice. Hey, well, I mean, with you with this coming out, did it kind of? We've been talking about underground. We've been talking about like all these different types of sound. I haven't
hmm
listened to this project yet. So did they kind of like stay in that same format, that same lane? How did you feel like they elevated from recent projects?
I think they still sound like Griselda. I don't think their goal is to not sound like Griselda ever. You know, I
Mm,
don't. I don't think their goal is to change their approach to reach more people. I just think that their approach does reach more people over time because
yeah,
they're always looking for authenticity within rap and hip hop and whatever the fuck that means to people because there's different definitions for sure. And
for sure.
I think that their music will catch on to a larger audience over time, but it's not like people aren't listening right now. Like it came
Hmm.
out on the 7th, right? What is it?
Yeah.
Like the 15th, the 16th, 17th. Oh, today's the 17th. It's been out 10 days. It's like hundreds of thousands of streams just on Spotify alone, and
Yeah.
Spotify doesn't even have the most consumers on that app, on that streaming
Mm.
platform. So like just to say that they're underground when you're looking at
Yeah.
literally who's streaming it within 10 days.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
think those people are paying for bots. Like,
No, 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 no. But I mean, hey, when you think about them and they doing this project in the Black Soprano family,
mhm,
uh shoot, when you think about all the people that they've been able to kind of do this with,
mhm.
are they keeping it alive? Do you see the benefit? What would you say on the benefits of doing like group, not because it's not necessarily like a group album, but like click albums? You know what I mean? Like this is
Yeah,
our click, and we're all so because you're not gonna hear every single person on every single song,
yeah,
you
for
know.
sure.
But it's within everybody on the click. Do you see benefits of bringing, keeping click albums around and
Man,
do you think that's kind of missing in the game?
I
Like
mean,
how
it
Young
is.
Money used to do when Drake and Nicki came out and Young Money did the album, it was kind of hard.
Yeah, shout out Lil Wayne for that,
Yeah, for sure.
for the rest of their lives. For sure. Uh, yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely a good strategy. I think it's a good strategy. It just depends on how you play it. Because it's like,
Yeah.
man, you could do a quote unquote click album, but if you're ass and the person that's putting you on is not,
Oh man. So
brother, that's a hit and a miss. But hopefully that person that is good and the one that's putting you on is gonna be like, hey man, we need to go back to the lab on this one. We
yeah,
need to rewrite some stuff because I want you to put your best foot forward.
for
And that's
sure.
called leadership. That's
Ah,
missing in hip hop.
come on now. That is missing. Why do you feel like that's missing? Like why do you feel like people don't wait, you think that's missing? You think people
Leadership?
yeah.
Who's leading? Who's leading who?
That was so delayed. That was crazy. That was so delayed. I was gonna hit that after the when you first said leadership the first time.
Yeah.
It said who's leading? Yeah. Nah, but you talk about leadership in hip hop. Because if I look at different eras, because this is a good, we'll transition. This is one of our topics right here about about an era. What kind of era would we want to bring back into the some of our favorite eras that we like getting tongue tied. But if I look at some of the eras like Rockefeller era, you knew Hove and Dame is leading. They were leadership. They was leaders happening within that. Kanye becomes Kanye because of the leadership. If I
Mhm.
look at shoot, like we just talked about Young Money, whether you kind of look at it as not, Wayne was a leader in his art and his craft
He
when it
was.
came to that.
Absolutely.
Even when you look at good music, as radical and as crazy as he is, when it came to visionary and when it came to um at the beginning of what good music was, yeah,
Mhm.
Ye was leading. I think within that, I think he went through his own things with the label with Def Jam. So I think it kind of fizzled out from there. Um, shoot, I mean, what you have any in mind? Death Row. I think about shoot, yeah, like yeah, Suge Knight, a leader.
That was, I don't want to talk about that one. But
Yeah.
uh yeah. Let's see. Good music, that's kind of crazy, but I see what you're saying. Cause
Okay.
it's like, cause for me with good music, it's like, who did he sign besides Big Sean?
All
And
of them were
then
on good music.
who's all of them? That's
Oh
that's my.
man,
I'm not even trying to do a
two
bit right now. Like
nah,
I'm
two
dead
two
serious.
chains was on there.
Good
Uh
music.
yeah. Hold on, yeah, for
Was
sure.
he on good music when he was Two Chains or Titty Boy?
No, 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 no. That's funny as hell. I mean, you had Sci High the Prince. You
Okay.
had hold on, I'm about to pull it up because good music had shoot, all of them was on there. You had Pusha T.
Okay.
All right, let's go here. For the former dang, they still got acts on here too. But former acts of good music, Common, John Legend.
What? What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, but you gotta understand, like, you probably looking at the semantics of what, like, I'm pretty. That's the thing, though. A lot of people shoot. A lot of people and how they got. You gotta look at that Def Jam. So, like, let's go. Let's break this. Have like a nuanced conversation. How sometimes labels move things around, right? How labels
Yeah.
move things around in the sense of boom, we're gonna start this business, we're gonna start this building over here. You know,
Hmm.
we may not want to, we're gonna give you, we're gonna because we have the rights and we have the paperwork to do. And I'm not saying, but I'm saying I could see through the lines of how this may have happened. Because we have the rights and the paperwork to do something, we're gonna
Yeah.
transition over this to this other building. Now, as we
Yeah.
push this to this other building, hey, we want you to we want you, Ye, to be the run this over here because you got production, you got visual, you got
Hmm.
this whole artistic mind. And with that, we're gonna give you 50 million and then break this down with all these people over here too.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Who do you want to be on this joint? Oh
I
yeah,
see
I
that.
want the people, I want the people that started this shit with me.
Yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, like
I guess when it comes to Kanye, like
Kid Cudi.
everything besides his bullshit that is clear bullshit that I don't even want to talk
Yeah.
about Kanye anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but I
But this
mean
is
from a
this is
music
valid.
standpoint, yeah, but from a music
It's valid for
standpoint,
sure. It's definitely
yeah.
valid. Um, I don't see him as a figurehead that can run a label. I see him more as a in-house producer that can help you curate a sound for an album.
Okay.
So I feel like he could definitely help you, um, I guess, get the pieces correct to build the puzzle. But I just don't see him creating the puzzle for you, if that makes sense.
Mm.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, I don't know. I don't know. And
But
hold on.
I
Do we have
mean,
somebody? I don't know if
yeah.
somebody joined the room or not. I just saw something pop up.
Hmm.
I have to see. But
We'll get to that in a second.
yeah, I don't know. I think he does. So you saying him not being able to put the puzzle together for an artist fully and execute it. One could say that he did that for Big Sean's first album though.
Finally famous?
Let's put yeah. Is that his first album where he had ass?
Yeah, I think
Um
so.
Look at this is
Finally
old.
famous in
Let's
this.
do some proper work live. Finally famous.
Because
Hey,
Finally
nah,
Famous was a continuation of his mixtapes. And
yeah,
I know,
yeah.
and I mean, I don't know for sure, but I would assume that Kanye West wasn't helping him with his mixtapes.
No, but I mean that, but he had a lot of shoot, he had a lot of hand dipped into that project.
He had a lot to do with Dark Sky Paradise. I know that. Dark Sky
Yeah,
Paradise was fire.
yeah, that was cool.
Just cool. That's crazy.
No, I think it was one of his it was style. It was one of his best better projects. I mean Marvin, I mean at the end of the day, right? The songs that got Big Sean over the hump and
Hmm.
to the status of him wanting to be finally famous were the
Hmm.
songs that Kanye West had a hand in. As Marvin, what was it? Marvin and Chardonnay.
I'm on.
Yeah, come on, Marvin and Chardonnay. That I mean, Big Sean had some songs on that first project that I mean, that's why he kind of like people looked at him kind of in this light. Like, I think, man, that'd be another conversation for another day.
Yeah.
But did Big Sean, did he like, did he did he ever meet the expectations from what that first album delivered? And I say Dark Sky Paradise in a
Hmm.
sense did, but
Was it too late?
um yeah, that's a I don't know. No, I don't think it was too late. I don't think Dark Sky Paradise was too late at all. I think it was right on time. I think the issue with Dark Sky with that run is what comes right after that's the issue though. What comes right after Dark Sky Paradise?
Couldn't tell you.
uh
Detroit? No, not
no,
Detroit.
no, no.
It's the.
I decided when she had the song I got the what was it? What was it? Bounce Back. Last thing hit in there with Hitmaker did.
Bounce
I
back.
like that bounce back track. But the problem with I feel like what I decide let's just call it for what it is though. The
Okay.
problem I felt
Okay.
like with Big Sean was there was an era and a point where he was trying to battle Drake when he should have just been being himself.
Yeah,
And
that's
and
not a. Yeah.
and I think if you listen, go back and you listen, that's not me trying to hate or me trying to like down Big Sean at all. If you go back and listen to how his flows were,
Hmm.
shoot, blessings. I mean, you
Blessings and
don't
blessings and blessings.
blessings, you don't get blessings without him, you know, trying to get into that Drake lane, you
Mm,
know. And I think Big Sean was, I think he really wanted to be in that big three conversation, not
hmm
realizing Big Sean actually had a joker in his whole pocket. He could have been like how Wiz was. Wiz does the records that people gonna turn up to. Wiz
hmm
gonna do the records that he's just rapping his ass off to, and he
For
off in
sure.
his own world. I don't, I think when it comes to Sean, he held it, he wanted to be part of, not he wanted to, but um
He felt like he should
yeah,
have been part of the big three.
yeah, so he wanted to do the Kanye stuff. He wanted to be on the good
Yeah.
music run. And I think that's when it goes to him talking about his mental health issues. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, bro, like you gotta
I can understand
you
that.
have to stay within, you cannot jump these lanes because these lanes
Yeah.
require so much of your soul. Some people
hmm
can sell their soul and be okay. Sean, I realized that I think you realized he couldn't sell his soul and be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, because he was doing more than just making music for himself. He was writing for other people too,
Right,
uncredited and unpaid, while
right.
while trying to maintain a certain level of competitiveness with Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole, who were the perceived big three. Meanwhile, he came up in the same era with them, making music at the same level. Their marketing was just better.
Mm. Sean, man.
Either,
Sean found
either
himself in the horror. He found himself in a rock. He found himself in a weird place, bro. Because
okay,
okay, talk to me.
because it's either the marketing
Yeah.
or your label head wasn't doing what they should have been doing. And if your label head is Kanye West, who is Kanye West,
Yeah.
I don't want that guy heading my career. You can make my beats, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want you making decisions on my career because also at the same time, it gets weird when you have someone like him who is a great producer, but also he is an artist himself, and his
Yeah.
ego is crazy. So he
Because
wants to be number
Jay
one.
wanted to beat Drake at that time too.
Exactly. He
He
wants to be
wanted to be
number
part of
one.
the big three.
So why would
Um,
he help someone else jump the line ahead of him? He's not going to do that. He didn't
yeah.
do that. Big
Yeah.
Sean could have done it. He
I
could
think
have at
that's
least done a
that's
really
the
good job.
unfortunate. You know what? And it's as we look at these, as we look more in hindsight, right? You got
Mm,
Big Sean, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Drake, right? Let's just put tier one right there, right?
okay.
I think there's one more. If you're doing 5 artists to put in a tier,
hmm
the fifth one, I guess you can just say to be cool, like you can say, I know you ain't feeling this one,
For sure.
but and you can let me know if I'm missing somebody, but you have
Okay.
to put Nicki in there.
Mm.
I get it, but
I think someone else was rapping his ass off better than she was.
who?
Wale had a better pen.
But it's levels to it though. Sure, Wale can maybe have a better pen, but is Wale doing an arena tour? And that's the conversation. I'm talking about during that time period, and that's the conversation. I'm talking about top. This is that next level of
hmm
artist that's doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, Wale. We'll get to him just a second.
Okay.
But when you look at those people,
All right.
Big Sean,
All
Kanye
right.
West is
Yeah.
his leadership.
Yeah.
Where does that go? J. Cole, his leadership is Rock Nation. Hove,
Yeah.
okay. You see how
hmm
that direct the emphasis of how they crafted and how they moved and how they marketed and allowed J. Cole to even have his own organic marketing,
Yeah.
right? You
They
look at
did.
Kendrick, okay, they still
hmm
kept it him, but they also Top Dog. You see still how it was still very, you know,
Yeah.
still in the box because I think the Kendrick we're about to get now
Yeah.
is about to be totally different than when he was on TDE.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see for sure because we're gonna get the music now. I believe that.
For sure. Drake, his leadership is Wayne at that time. But his leadership, because Wayne's going through what he's going through, Drake is now his leadership is UMG.
Yeah.
His leadership are the streaming companies. So I'm just kind of
Yeah.
pointing out, maybe if you could follow like how these different artists and their paths went based on you talking about leadership. I think at the end of the day, you really got to keep giving your hats off to Rock Nation and Hove and that team, because
Yeah.
they
For some
kept
of
they
them.
yeah, you found a way to still keep an artist be who he is and still keep it organic and still have him break all these incredible numbers. That because people got to remember, when J. Cole was coming out, he was doing all these legendary like numbers as just a solo artist, no
Yeah.
features on the album.
Yeah. Yeah. That was his third album. No, I should have known that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I was just like,
Was that his third, or was that both his? Because he had somebody on
his
the.
third. Yeah. The first one was Sideline Story. He had features on that.
Yeah, he got features on that.
The second one was Born
Born
Center.
Sinner,
Then the
which
third one
is
was, yeah, he had features on that for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, because he got Miguel. Yeah, for sure.
And then No on the Forest Hill Drives.
Or yeah, no one's on that one.
Yeah. Which I also, I'm never mind. I don't know. I don't know how
No.
to voice what I'm trying to say. I just
Okay.
I get it from like a marketing standpoint to like have all these features and stuff on your album, but I
Yeah.
also don't from an artistic standpoint, which is literally the conversation. So it's just like
Yeah.
I don't get it because if like you already have the album, what's the point in reaching out to so and so that's not going to rap better than you on this shit?
Man,
Just
you
for the
already know.
for the
You already
boom.
know. We talked about this the other week when we were talking about science and music
Mhm.
and then the
Mhm.
art. If I know, see now that streaming, see before you labels weren't trying to do that.
Yeah.
Because before, if I got you featured on this album, it's gonna hurt your album sales.
Yeah.
Because now people don't want to, they're gonna buy you. If we wait to hold your voice for only your album, that's gonna up your album sales. But now look at the business. Now, if we put your voice on all these different projects, it's gonna
Mhm.
up the streaming regardless. It's gonna up the streaming for everything that's going on.
Yeah, it helps
So
literally everybody.
again, yeah, so again, that's why you keep hearing, which is so annoying. I'm like, man, bring back real A&Rs and real people making like
I
music,
know.
like artists come together, right? Like real musicians. Like I want to hear certain artists with a whole different type of vibe over here,
Mhm.
or we need to hear not just the same. It's always the same clip. I can tell you right now, if Little Baby put out an album tomorrow, I can tell you pretty much who the feature is gonna be. If Young Thug put out an album tomorrow, we pretty much can guess who the features are gonna be.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's nothing towards their art or there's nothing towards their craft, but guess what? That's unfortunate that the music, the process of the music has become so predictable.
Yeah. Cuz their shit's easy. It's a they're printing press.
Damn. Is it print? Is print and press? Yes, but the people still have to perform. Sometimes these people still, a lot of times, let's give it to them. They'll still perform in that lane. They'll still perform in that realm. It's
Mhm.
just that why at what point do you just are you just doing features, and then what point are we talked about click albums?
Yeah.
Then I like that's why Young Thug did the Slime album, right?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Thug, another
Mhm.
leader, regardless of how his shit
Hey,
went
he did it.
crazy. Yeah, he's back home. Yeah.
Truly humble under God. Yeah. Yeah, that guy.
Yo, stop, man.
Young and truly humble under God. Hey man, I relate. I relate. Ah.
Hey, man, shout out to the lawyer.
Brian Steele. I'm gonna
Hey,
remember that
man,
the rest
shout
of
out
my
to the
life,
lawyer.
brother.
But but leadership though, like
50 Cent did
Gucci.
it? Oh, Gucci?
No, I'm just speaking. Yeah, no, but you're right. I'm just thinking of this. I'm just thinking of hip hop's different leaders at different points.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people can argue that Gucci, at the same time, a lot of people that he was signing were getting ready to get locked up at the same time, or did some stupid shit where they did get locked up. And it's
Yeah.
kind of like, damn.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's another conversation for another day because that's a deeper dive in
Yeah, man. I just kind of feel like who's doing that today?
today.
Who's doing that today? Because it's like
Mm,
you can't I mean, Drake's not doing it with his OVO sound.
That's been the critique on him.
None of his artists had popped. None of his artists are
Was
a
Division ever on his? Division was on.
yeah. Hmm.
They would probably be the only one, right?
I know of the name. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Division. I would say Division. Yeah, they're still on OVO. Division is probably the only. I didn't know they were still on OVO, but they will probably be the only one. Party Next Door,
yeah.
um,
Kind of.
underwhelming career. No,
Yeah,
first off, no,
yeah.
yeah. Congratulations, Party. You know you probably you as a writer you took it off. I'm saying
Oh yeah.
underwhelming, not any
Oh yeah.
like disregard to him, but I'm saying underwhelming in the sense when you heard Party coming out 11 years ago or 12 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
But just because, and see, that's again, man,
Uh,
Drake, bro.
uh,
What Drake was, that's the problem with Drake. That right
mhm.
there, we got to do another deep dive one day. And it's not like to harp on him, but it's to recognize if Drake doesn't go hopping on everybody's sound,
Mm.
bro, you actually made Canada probably the hottest still sound in music because the party sound, the weekend sound, but
Yeah.
because you start jumping on all these different trends in sound,
Hmm.
you actually you killed the Canada sound that was actually about to be
Yeah.
tough.
But at the same time, you know who did Canada proud?
Oh, tell me.
Tory Lanez.
Oh man, come
I
on,
know.
talk about it.
Because
Oh,
Tory Lanez is the rapper that Drake thinks he is. Tory Lanez is the man that Drake does pretend to be.
oh man.
But here's the thing: we got a little sneak peek from little Drizzy Drake about what's to come with music, and we might be shocked by the truths of his albums. So excited! I'm ready for it. I'm so happy.
You think so?
No, I don't. I think it's gonna be
I'm,
shit. I think it's gonna be shit. I
I'm
think it's gonna
sitting
be
over here
more of
like,
the same. I think it's gonna be the same shitty ass production, just the
okay,
same shitty ass vocal
hold
chain,
on.
the same shitty ass basic Dr. Seuss writing. I'm tired of it,
Hold
bro.
on, hold
Do
on, hold
something
on, bro.
different.
Hold
If
on.
it's
Are you
not different,
saying
I'm done completely.
okay, but there's a possibility he can though.
Oh, there's a
There's a strong
possibility.
there's a strong possibility he can.
There is.
All he has to do, 40 back in the studio,
Yeah. Yeah.
a
Okay.
little bit of underwater.
If I'm 40, I'm not doing it.
Oh man.
If I'm 40, there's no way I'm touching that. You just saw him ruin his career within a fucking year.
Yeah,
One
that's
year.
crazy. I'm interested. We'll have to probably talk about this tomorrow, but it was some more UMG stuff come out that I'm like, man,
I
I'm like,
know.
this is going on. This is going on
Drake is not
longer.
winning that, brother.
You and wait, bro, this
Yeah.
joint. Okay, so real quick off Pitchfork. I'm just going. When we hopping all over the place, but actually, it's kind of flowing really good. It's flowing really
It's
good.
okay. It's first
Actually,
day back.
any other thoughts before we kind of jump on this? Any other thoughts about the Big Sean topic? We transitioned good from that. That was actually a very good topic you stumbled into about leadership. Any more things you want to say about leadership before I jump into this UMG thing to kind of like
Um, yeah, I think that the leadership that we need today is going to come from somebody that's making music in their room. I don't think it's going
mm,
to come from some major act that's even a legacy act um, that will usher in a new generation. I just don't see that happening. Um, it would be cool if it did, but I just don't see it happening. So I think that the new leadership will be someone that's making music in their room and actually trying to put their friends on, trying to get
yeah,
somewhere together, and not
yeah,
relying on a label. Now, if one of them gets on a label, then
yeah.
that would be an instance of doing like a click type album, and I think that would be very beneficial to the artist that got put on and the people that he or she got there with.
You think you saying leadership has to come from somebody actually making music from the bedroom? Is that because we're in the era now of so much um, DIY, style of producing the music?
Man, yeah, I could say that. I just think that there's so many more talented people out there that aren't in a spotlight that
Mm.
if they did get a little bit of shine, it would change the paradigm of music, at least
Mm.
especially for hip hop. Because it's like you could find someone on the internet today, on TikTok today, that raps
Yeah.
better than you thought was possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
beat that's like it's different, but it doesn't sound weird. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like you could find that out there, but it's not being pushed as if it was like the 90s or early 2000s where they find someone that's actually really talented and then they fucking put gasoline on that bitch. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
They want to get
Uh,
more of the same because they got a printing press and they got a deadline to meet.
that's so, and it's kind of funny to say we have deadlines to meet in the era where music is literally uploaded today,
I know.
uploaded last night. Is
Yeah.
there really, and with basically no music coming out right now? Is there a deadline to me? I don't know. I kind of have to see
I
on
don't
that.
know.
Is there because it's kind of hard to tell if there's really a deadline to me. I've never seen this kind of a drought, and it's hard to say. It's funny that we're saying a drought, and I guess it's just more reason why you and I should be really putting our foot on the gas right now.
Hmm.
Um, because
Oh, I am.
yeah, yeah, I know. So it's kind of funny to kind of look at the landscape and be like, what's going on? Because
Uh-huh.
have we gotten so used and accustomed to just like the big names dropping?
Hmm.
And then granted, yeah, Drake just dropped a month ago, right? Kendrick just dropped a few months ago, but it still feels so empty in the field.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. There's
Yeah.
no argument there. I agree with you. I want to. I want to hear somebody's album that like restores my faith in hip hop. That isn't mine.
Mm,
Like what?
say less.
Like what do you mean?
Yeah.
All this shit is just like it literally is here today and gone tomorrow. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, that is the culture of where we're at right now. But at the same time, it's like you don't need to create like that is the culture
Mm,
because the positive of where we're at now is that
mhm.
you can put it out and now it's out. And once it's
Yeah.
out, it's out.
So yeah.
So like people can go back to it. I had someone hit me up the other day and was like, "Hey, just listen to Slow Blank. Like that shit was amazing." I'm like,
Facts.
"Thanks."
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
"That sounded authentic as fuck." I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate it. Go tell everybody else now." Like,
Well, I mean, shoot, but a large part into that, right, is us getting out of the feeling of feeling. Oh shoot, my fault. Oh, that's a lot happening. My fault. I was trying to. Yeah, that was crazy. Um, um, the thing about that too, right, is us as artists feeling like our music is timeless, no pun intended. You know what I'm saying? That us knowing that our music is here,
Mhm.
not here for just 3 months, not just here for a year, not just here for a couple of weeks, but our music is here
Uh-huh.
regardless of whenever you listen to it.
For sure. For sure. I'm
So
very mindful of that.
getting off the trend of certain sound, even though I get it. If you do, I think there's an art to riding the trend of a certain sound. Um,
Yeah.
but then I think there's a grind with that as well. Like there's a work ethic to that. Like if I'm gonna ride this sound right now, what do I have coming behind it that
Mhm.
can now get the people hype, but then now
Yeah.
slow them up with this right here.
Yeah, like how are you I feel like the key to a trend to
Hmm.
putting lacing a trend into your music would be to have elements of the trend and not just be the trend.
Mm. Have elements of the trend, not just be the trend.
Hmm. Yeah, like
You got any examples of that?
the only thing that I could like think of would be to relate it to myself and like
Yeah.
because I don't particularly enjoy pop music, but I like
Okay.
elements of pop music. So I'll try to integrate some of their formulas into my music, such as like the song structure itself, like verse, hook, verse, bridge,
Got
hook.
you.
You know what I
Got
mean?
you.
So stuff like that. or maybe I want to do certain sounds that sound very poppy, but when you mix it into what I'm doing, it doesn't sound completely like that. It just has the elements of that to
Mm,
create a different sound. So that's why
mm,
I think that's the way you could use a trend successfully and then
yeah.
not fizzle out completely once that trend is over, because it's going to be over, and it's going to be over quicker than you think. So so like, don't root yourself in that trend, because it's that is here today and gone
Right,
tomorrow.
right, 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 right. Man, that's a good point. I'm gonna clip that up. That's a very good, advice to artists and knowing how to like maintain the trend and maintain their own sound, but also because sometimes you want to hear certain trends though too.
For
Like
sure.
there are certain like I like this era. I don't know what to really call it, but I know shoot, like the style of beats right now that it's not drill-esque, but it's very
Hmm.
energy heavy, if you know what I'm talking about. Like
Yeah, I kind of do.
um, yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'll
Like,
see it like scrolling through or something. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
damn, that's actually kind
I
of heat.
like the energy. I like the energy of that. I like the energy of that. I love it. I think if you know how to do it right and know how to approach the beat right, it
Hmm.
can be a winner. Something that you can actually make timeless. The problem is when you load up like the whole project with that.
Yeah, because how are you going to make a project with something that's so vapid? That was a good word.
Yeah, that was a very good word. So
Man,
I wanted to
UMG.
hit this, not to get too newsy, but it's just like, dang, I think this is really interesting for us to talk about, right?
Yeah, let's get it.
So this is I'm gonna read the actual words. This is what
Okay.
the Universal Music Group asked to dismiss Drake's federal lawsuit, blames him for losing rap battle to Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
This is getting very interesting because I never thought, never did I think about it, but the fact that you have a label
Yeah.
um telling basically Drake, telling Drake to basically, yo, kick rocks. You
Yeah.
lost. This is what the lawyer said.
Yeah.
Lawyers for UMG say that Drake in quotations provoked his rap beef with Lamar and should be in quotations accepting the loss like the unbothered rap artist he often claims to be.
I love it. I
Uni-
love it.
Universal Music Group has filed a motion to dismiss Drake's defamation lawsuit
Yeah.
concerning Kendrick Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us. UMG argues that Drake is a seasoned artist voluntarily engaged in rap battle with Lamar and should accept the outcome gracefully.
Hmm.
They emphasize that the rap battles often involve exaggerated insults, which are not intended to be taken as factual statements. UMG
Hmm.
also highlights Drake's history of participating in similar feuds,
For sure.
asserting that the lawsuit lacks merit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
Go cry
Sheesh.
about it. Who gives a fuck?
Yo, we're talking about this because we're literally looking. I know people are like over it, and I get it, you're over it, but I'm sorry, this is a very historic thing. And then for it to end like this,
Yeah.
bro, it
Good.
was a year ago. We on the phone talking like almost a year ago, not quite, but almost a
Yeah.
year ago. We on the phone talking about like, are you like, nah? I feel like I'm. We like, how's
Who's
this
gonna
gonna go?
win?
You thought King OVO was gonna do it, and I
Yeah.
get it. I was there with you.
Because Drake was the only one putting shit out.
He
Little
was,
did
but
I
that was
know that Kendrick Lamar was making a fucking album about it. Little did I know he was creating a fucking short story of Drake's demise. I'm sorry. Once Euphoria came out, I was like, bro, stop. Stop right
stop.
now. If you stop right now, it's
Okay,
okay.
bro. And
Ugh.
now a year later, not only did you have to survive the summer, which not I mean, we talk about summer hits. Maybe as we get close to the summer, we'll talk about, some songs of the summer. People forget that was damn near song of the summer.
Which one?
Not Like Us.
Oh, we didn't forget that. Yeah, we know.
But
We
it's kind
know.
of crazy that the shit still exists. When
Brother,
have you seen a summer song go into the whole new year?
I don't even know. I don't even remember
Not
another
only,
summer
yeah,
smash.
right, exactly. It's like
Who
maybe
even put music out this summer?
last I had to look and see. It was some I feel like some shit came out, but I had to look
Hey,
and see, but that's to the point, and to the point that not only did you have to survive a very legendary night of back and forth, like it really wasn't even back and forth. It was
it
Kendrick
was
that
one
night.
sided.
It was one sided, but we thought it was gonna be something like, oh, because once he put out Family Matters, we're like, oh man, this is crazy. Then Kendrick comes back with Meet the Grams, and we're like, yo, what the fuck is happening? What is happening? Then you wake up on Saturday,
I
and
know.
all you hear is psst,
I see dead people.
and it's a wrap from there. It's a wrap. It's a wrap from there. Like what? And then Sunday comes, and those felt like the longest hours ever in music. But then
Mhm.
Sunday comes, and then here we get the Heart Part 6.
That was so bad.
Bro, like
That
this is a
was so
legend.
bad. He
And
sounded
now,
defeated.
and now you sue you sue hoping that it wouldn't get played at the Super Bowl. It
Mm,
gets played at the Super Bowl, performed,
mm,
and now you
mhm,
end this whole situation with UMG telling you to kick rocks because
mhm,
be the rapper that you say you are?
mhm.
Come
Yeah.
on, bro. Dom.
Also,
Dom.
let's not forget that the first lawsuit was him saying he's discriminating against me because I'm white.
Yo, I don't nobody's talking about that. No, that one right there is the crazy part about all that. Is the anti Semitic.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
he,
because
he
I'm
tried to
white
play
and
that card. He tried
Jewish.
to play that card.
Oh, now you're
That's
white,
yeah,
Drake?
that's crazy. That's crazy. That's
Well,
crazy. Yo,
that's crazy,
yeah,
huh?
that I don't even know how many times I could just say I'm speechless on that one. That was the one
I could tell.
that because man, that one hurts.
Yeah, because it
There's
literally
nothing that
proves the
says more
point
that you
that
went out a
Kendrick
bitch than that.
Lamar. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Oh no, we good.
I was just saying that it literally proves the point that what Kendrick Lamar was saying is that you are just coming in and using the culture to try to make money. Because now you're saying, "Oh no, but I'm a white Jewish man.
That's crazy, bro.
Why is he being mean to me? I'm white and Jewish. You're supposed to be nice to me." What is that? What are you talking about, brother? You made a whole career off of I'm not black enough. And now you want to say that you're suing because he's discriminating against you? No. How about you don't talk about another man's wife? You learned that lesson from Pusha T. What
Yo,
are we talking about?
this don't make no sense. I feel like I'm gonna go on the ledge and say his mama made him really put that one in there. Had to be. That
That
no,
was the
I
only thing
don't
that
even
makes
actually
sense,
hear.
right?
I really appreciate you bringing that back to light because I tried to delete that from my mind,
Yeah, I know.
and I really don't hear enough people talking about that part. And I guess maybe people don't know, right? But like that part was a very weird thing to put into the lawsuit of, oh yeah, and he's also like,
Mm-hmm. Also weird that you're going to be like, I'm a white Jewish man, but then talk about slaves, right? That's crazy,
yo,
huh? Hmm.
that beef was something that you just
Hmm.
tone deaf written all over it. Tone deaf written all. So I mean, with this now with the UMG case, I mean, and mind you, again, he read up with UMG.
Yeah.
Mind you, he read it up. He signed again.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. When did that happen?
All right, let's look at it. But I'm gonna tell you this right here. I'm gonna tell you right here. When they came down to see, we have to, man, I have to pull the notes up for you. So obviously it was like in 2020, 2021. I think he signed a real big bag, the 500,
Yeah,
500.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember
We
that.
talked about that one, right. So we talked
Yeah.
about that. But I'll pull this up here. It's been a lot of speculation that there had to be some kind of new deal that had take place for him because there was two things going on. Remember, in this case, it was one about the whole bot situation and the music being pressed, but the
Yeah.
music and Kendrick's song being hyped because of the bots.
Okay.
But they
Just like
came to some
Drake's
kind of
entire career.
settlement on. They came to some kind of settlement on that
Okay.
because remember, in that situation, a lot of people were like, oh, okay, Drake's fighting for the artist. It's like, no, Drake's not really fighting for the artist.
No.
When he came out and he was saying that you're using systems and you're using methods to actually downplay certain songs and certain music. But they've
Hmm.
used these same systems and they've used these same bots and they've used these same systems to help your music, right?
Correct.
So let me do the right due diligence here
Please
because
do.
yeah, he definitely
Yeah, I have not followed that. I've been making music and unpacking boxes. Like I'm not paying attention to that at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They say that could be part of his negotiation. So, okay, he's settled, but they say he's still up for negotiation in this year.
Okay.
So probably in the
Well,
summertime.
it should be interesting
That's gonna be
because
too.
how are
Yeah,
you going to re up with a company that you say defames you, but also it's very dependent on this next project. It's very
yeah,
dependent because if it does
yeah,
well, maybe he will have options. Maybe Aubrey will have all the options in the world.
yeah. I
Be-
mean, but the doing well also comes on what you hear a lot of artists say. The doing well like takes apart what you were just talking about earlier is the marketing of your team.
yeah,
The
and I don't
marketing. So
like, and like literally, like I don't know the angle. I don't know the angle that would really get everybody on board with a Drake album because
yeah,
I mean there are still diehard Drake fans out there right now, which cool. I don't give a fuck. You do you. You listen to
yeah.
childish music as a grown man. You're the weirdo, and like have fun. That's cool. You could have
Baby
that.
girl,
Yeah, my God, I'm fucking tired of him. I skip any video
baby
online that
girl.
has a video that has his music playing in the background from this recent album, especially that one song where he's like, where he thinks he's at a cookout, but he's never actually been to one. He's just doing an
Baby
interpretation
girl.
of it from 2000s. Anyways, I'm just curious to see what the marketing could be to
Yeah,
actually get Drake in the eyes of the public where he once was. Because right now it's not that. Right now it's literally just diehard Drake fans that are still like, this is amazing. And it's like there were a few songs on the last album that were cool. That's cool.
yeah,
Cool. But as an album, no, it fucking sucked. No one was listening to it 3 days afterwards. What does that tell you?
yeah. Again, so if part of him, if he has to deliver one more album, and that's this album that he's going to get, let's just for hypothetically, if he has to deliver one more album, I don't see him putting all the gas in it. I see him trying to get off this deal.
But I agree with you. I
Yeah,
agree with you. But I also think for his career, that's a bad
I
choice.
understand. Bro, how many bad choices?
I mean, he's gonna make another bad choice.
This has been a past 3 years. You
I
can
know,
argue. Maybe you
I
can
know.
argue since the beginning of COVID with Certified Lover Boy, him putting all the pregnant women on the album cover, that this has been a slew of bad
They
decisions.
go right from
One
that
could ar-
moment, it was done.
one could argue, right? So I kind of give him I give him a little
That was
looking
his
to see.
one.
Yeah, because you know why? You know why? Because you did Hotline Bling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Tootsie Slide it went down a few age ranges, but okay. Because you got to go back and remember that was probably at the real peak of like TikTok
Mm-hmm.
era.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. Okay, we're in
Yeah.
COVID times. Okay, you got that
That's your
one.
one.
Then he had into some. He had that Life is Good record. Life is Good was hard,
Oh,
right?
him in Future.
Yeah, him in Future.
That was a good
Then
one.
he had the one with Dirk. At first, I really didn't like it, but then it started growing me. I was like, oh, this is hard though. Dirk's verse was hard.
Okay.
Um, which one was I forgot? What Laugh Now, Cry Later, which wasn't on Certified Lover, which I was surprising to me. Um, then he put out the 3-pack with Ross, the one with Lil Baby. I thought that was some good energy. Um, I'm just kind of like just going in my mental bank of like, you talk about this. It's a bad decision to put that out to not put his all in, make a solid classic project. I mean,
I mean,
at this point, you gotta just at this point, at some point in the game, LeBron
mhm.
we're gonna see it happen to LeBron. At some point, you just become a 20 point. You go from being 30 points a night and just become 20 points a night, 15 points a night,
I
and
mean,
you accept it.
hey man, I would say not the only. I would say the main difference between LeBron James and Drake is that LeBron James invests in himself and his future. I mean, how much money does he put into his body every season?
Drops mic. All right.
I'm just,
Drops mic. You did it.
I'm
Okay.
just, hey, I'm
You,
just
you did
saying.
it. You did it.
I agree with you, but also,
You did it. You did it.
hey, man.
You did it. You did it. You did it. Wow. Hey, we're gonna have to definitely
And that
yeah,
there.
man. Yeah, we're gonna end that there because nothing else to say to that. That was a great retort. That was a great one. That was a great one. Hey, this was a good show today. We had some good topics.
We'll do it again tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anything you guys to people?
Say again.
Anything you gotta say to the people?
Man, bro, I ain't got nothing to say after that. Invest. Yeah, I do. Invest in your motherfucking self.
There you go.
Invest in yourself, man. If you ain't learned something by now. Sheesh. But yeah, this is Talking Music with Dom and Lee. Make sure you stream Dom, period. His music, check him out. He's got something new coming soon. So make sure you follow that man on all socials. Make sure you follow me, Poeticlee, Poeticlee. Hey, until then, we back tomorrow, baby, with it. Riz Radio.
Riz Radio.
Hey,